DuvalSports.com here with the head coach of the Forestview Steelers, Coach Wesley. Coach Wesley, we're out here at your practice. Talk about your philosophy in practice. You know what you got the players doing right now.
Well, right now we're concentrating on conditioning. We're just trying to get them to understand how important it is to work harder than anybody else. You know, champions do things that losers don't want to do. So we're just stressing working hard at practice, giving 110% every time we run, everything we do. So we're just stressing that at this point in time.
Coach, and that philosophy has definitely played off in the season. You are undefeated. In fact, your defense has not given up a touchdown or a point all year. Talk about the contributions of your defense.
Well, our guys, they're working real hard on defense, and they've been doing a great job. And also, but I would say we played some good teams this year, and there's a word, you know, we've been kind of lucky sometimes too, by the way. So there's some teams that we played that probably should have scored on us, but fortunately that didn't happen. But we just work hard, and we just try to run a system where everybody understands where they're supposed to be at. So that's what we're trying to do at this point in time.
The players have really taken to that system. Talk about some of the players that are on the team, you know, some of your leaders, and the reason for their success in your offense and the defense.
Well, we have some guys that returned from last year's team that were really hungry because of last year. We lost in the city championship game last year. So we had some young men that came back with a hunger that you wouldn't believe. They just worked real hard, and they just given 110%. So I would say that's the main reason. These young men they hate to lose, not just on the football field, but in the classroom as well. So they're just doing real well in that aspect. That's why we're so successful at this point in time.
Coach, your biggest win of the season thus far is probably against, you know, the Grand Park Trojans. Talk about that win, you know, a couple weeks ago, and how big it was for the team to get that big win over a good team.
Well, Grand Park is an association they're very well coached, they're very well disciplined. I respect what they do over there a lot. You know, they are one of the programs that you measure by, Grand Park as well as Sweetwater. You know, you measured in the city about how you compete against those teams. So for our young men, it was a big deal for us to actually go and play against one of the best teams, not just in the city, but even in the state, and come out victorious. So it was a big win for us. But at the end of the day, after that victory is over, we have to get ready for the next game and the next team we're playing. But it was a big deal for the players. A lot of those young men go to school together and so on and so forth. So we got a lot of trash talk going on. But at the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship. And Grand Park is a great association, and that was a great team we played.
Coach, you had a big win against Gainesville last week, 4-0, and now you're preparing for the playoffs. Talk about the outlook for your team. What do you focus on going into this brand new season with the playoffs?
Well, I like the way you put that, because that's what it is, a brand new season. What we did effective September 5th don't really matter anymore. Undefeated don't matter anymore, because everybody now is undefeated. This season is about one game now. Each game you have to bring your best game. You have to execute as well as you practice, as well as you can, in order to move on. So that's what we're trying to do. So we actually have forgotten about this. The undefeated season is over, effective immediately. So now we're preparing for the next team that we want to play in the playoff, which is another great team. So when you get to this point, you know, all the teams that you're playing against, all of them can play. So we just got to bring our A game, and hopefully, you know, that'll be sufficient.
Coach, last question. Talk about coaching here at Forestview, a very, you know, prominent park, historic, you know, in the city. Talk about coaching here, what it means to you, you know, I mean, what it means to the community to have a program here, you know, here on the north side.
Well, you know, I've been here for over 20 years, as a matter of fact, and I would never leave because they got a song out. They say they ain't loyal, but I'm a pretty loyal guy, so we loyal over here at Forestview. And I enjoy being over. I enjoy the countless young men that have been through our program. Some playing college, high school, and all that, so on and so forth. So it's a family over here. There's those saying we say Forestview, all you got. And we come back with, no, that's all we need. So we're a family over here. It's about being family. We don't just like brothers and sisters. We don't always get along, but yet at the end of the day, we love each other. We love each other, and we're gonna always stick behind each other. So that's what we teach all our young men here, as well as all the coaches that's in this association as well. So I'm proud to be Forestview, and I'm proud, you know, to be here You know, it's such a story I always tell all the time. I told him I went to the doctor and I began to bleed. And the nurse yelled and screamed. She said, "Oh my God, doctor, get in here, get in here." And the doctor said, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" The nurse said, "Look at him, he's bleeding black and gold." That's what we do at Forestview, black and gold.
Coach Wesley.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your time. DuvalSports.com. Good luck in the playoffs. Great season, and thank you for what you do for not only the youth but the community and the Jacksonville area. Thank you.
Thank you.